Imagine a world where creativity is no longer bound by skill, where a simple phrase can bring breathtaking images to life. This isn't the future, it's happening right now. Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to build a magical AI that can create images. Just type in your description, and boom, we've got an awesome image. Let's code it. Before we dive into the project, we need to install some tools and libraries to ensure everything runs smoothly. If you're new to Python or don't know how to install libraries, don't worry, we'll go step by step. So let's get started. But why do we need these libraries? For this project, we need to accomplish three main tasks. 1. Load the Stable Diffusion model to generate images from text. 2. Create a graphical user interface, GUI, to make our program user-friendly. 3. Save and display the generated images, which requires processing image files. To do this, we'll use the following libraries. Torch and Torch Vision, for working with deep learning models on CPU or GPU. Diffusers, to download and run the Stable Diffusion model. Transformers, for text processing and working with NLP models. Accelerate, to optimize execution across different hardware. Pillow, for image processing. Tkinter, to build a graphical user interface. First, we need to ensure that Python and pip are installed on our system. To check this, open your terminal or command prompt and run Python -- version. If you see an output like this, Python 3.9.7, it means Python is installed and you're good to go. Now check pip -- version. If this command returns a version number, everything is set up correctly. Now let's install the necessary libraries. Pip install Torch Vision Torch Audio. Index URL https://download.pytorch.org WHL CPU. This command installs PyTorch, which is needed for running deep learning models. Since we're using a CPU, we specify the --index URL for the CPU version. Next, install these libraries. Pip install diffusers, transformers accelerate, diffusers, for downloading and running Stable Diffusion. Transformers, for text processing and Stable Diffusion. Accelerate, to optimize execution speed on CPU, GPU. And finally, pip install Pillow Tkinter, Pillow and for working with images, saving, displaying, resizing, etc. Tkinter, for building a graphical user interface, GUI. So now that everything is installed, we're ready to dive into coding. And now it's time to run the project using any editor you prefer, such as PyCharm, and import the libraries we downloaded into our project. All right, now that we've loaded the tools and libraries and set up the environment, it's time to create the user interface. This will allow the user to input text and see the generated image. We'll be using the Tkinter library for this. Tkinter allows us to create a graphical window that the user can interact with. Before that, let's load the Stable Diffusion model, which we'll use to generate images. We'll be using the diffusers library for this. And note, we're loading the model on the CPU so it can run on any system, even without a graphics card. Pipe, chakard, Stable Diffusion, pipeline, from pre-trained, compvise, Stable Diffusion, v14, pipe.to CPU. Now let's design the window and its inputs. This window will have a field to enter the description, a button to generate the image, and a section to display the image. Root, Joshua TKTK. Root.title, text to image generator. Root.geometry, 600x500. Next, we'll create an input field where the user can type their description. This text will be what the model uses to generate the image. Label, Chauner TK. Label, frame, text. Enter a description. Label.pack, side left, padx, on 5. Entry, Charna TK. Entry, frame, width 40. Entry.pack, side left, padx, 5. Now that we've set up the input, let's add a button to generate the image. When clicked, this button will pass the entered text to the model, generating an image. Generate BTN, Shukrananar TK button. Root text, generate image. Command, generate image. Generate btn.pack, patty10. When the user presses the button, the Generate Image function is executed. This function takes the text input, uses the Stable Diffusion model to generate the image, and then displays it in the tkinter window. Here's the code for the Generate Image. Function, def generate image, text, churn entry, .get. If not text, return image, churn pipe, text, images, img, churn, image, tk, photo image, image.resize, 512, canvas.create image, 256, image img, canvas.image, shark img image, save, generated image.png. Let's break it down. Text, churn entry, get. This grabs the text entered by the user from the input field and stores it in the text variable. This is the description the user wants the model to generate an image from. If not text, return. This checks if the input field is empty. If the user hasn't entered anything, the function stops immediately and does nothing. Image, chasm pipe, text, images, 0. This passes the text to the Stable Diffusion model. The model responds with an image. Here, pipe, text, runs the model, and .images, 0 grabs the first image generated. img, rux, image t, photo image, image.resize, 512. This converts the generated image to a format that tkinter can display. First, we resize the image to 512 by 512 pixels, which is a good size for display in the tkinter window, and then convert it to a photo image object using image tk photo image. Canvas create image 256, image img. This places the converted image on the tkinter window. The coordinates 256, center the image in the window. Canvas.image, churn img. This line ensures that the image remains in memory. Without it, tkinter might remove the image because it was temporarily created. By saving it to canvas image, we ensure the image stays available for display. Image.save, generated image.png. Finally, this saves the generated image as a PNG file named generated-image.png. You can change the file name or use different formats for saving the image. Additionally, we've added a button to allow the user to save the generated image. This button will prompt the user to choose a location and save the image file. Here's the code for the save image function. Def save image. File path charner file dialog .ask save as file name. Default extension .png. File types PNG files .png. JPEG files .jpg. All files. If file path canvas.image. Photo image photo. Write file path format PNG. Finally, we'll run the tkinter window, allowing the user to interact with the interface. Root main loop. And now we are ready to run the project.